Welcome back to the Stock Scoop, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mickey D, your host. I want to thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure, it's an honor to be on your electronic device. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about uranium today, one of our favorite subjects. We're going to take a look at some of the charts, well, most of the charts, and we're going to see if we got anything going here, left, right, middle. As I said, this year, 2025, I believe we can trust the breakout in uranium stocks, but that may come back to bite me because stocks go up and stocks come back down. They go up and they come back down. And we'll see, ladies and gentlemen, if this is a really true breakout, like I have been saying. And I've said we're going to get 150 a pound for the spot price this year, which we don't really, it's a barometer when it's related to the long-term stock prices, the long-term contract prices and stuff. You know what I'm talking about. I've been a little stressed too a little lately here, a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Just a little stressed to family issues, health issues. It's been about a week now since my son did not wake up. That's been really stressful. 42 years young. Yeah, 42 years young, ladies and gentlemen. But myself, his mom, and myself, my son, and my daughter, we will get over it, and we'll be stronger and better. We will be. But anyway, we're going to look at these, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to know the Baby Knockout newsletter. Make sure you look at the latest Baby Knockout newsletter. It's going to, and forgive me if my voice is a little slurred and everything. Like I said, I'm going through some things right now, but I did want to get this information to you, and I want to get these charts to you. So you have the beginning of the year, you have a sense of where we're going with this trade, You have, our rare earths right now trade going on, 2 and 4 on the list of 4. We like those. These are my private students, the Scoop team members. If you want to become a Scoop team member, just follow the information in there. It's only $99 a year. It's nothing, man. My friends, I'm playing this forward. This is what guys did for me, Doug Casey, and guys like the late James Dines, and these guys. They didn't charge me a lot of money to be part of that crew then, but now things have gone up a little bit, but I still keep those 1980 prices of $99 because it's not bad. But anyway, getting back to uranium and getting back to rare earths real quick, 2 and 4, we're going to have a big rare earth trade this year. It's going to be big because China has said no mas. They've cut us off. Also, Russia, Kazatomprom, your favorite cheap uranium producer, has pretty much cut us off, and CAMECO and everybody else. So prices will go up when you have the underlying, the underlying prices in a supply and a fuel chain going up. Then that only means, I gave you the example of the car, if the seats cost more, if the stern wheel costs more, and the paint costs more, then ultimately the car is going to go up in price. It may not go up in value, but it'll go up in price, and some of these stocks, uranium stocks, will have their day. They're going to go up in price. So we think that may happen this year. Remember, a few years back, how to invest in uranium now, how to invest in uranium now, when these stocks were pennies, they're dollars now. Some will tell you that the easy money has been made, when UEC and all those uranium fuels, uranium energy, these stocks were 25 cents. That's when the money was made, the easy money was made. But now, everybody's saying the big money is to be made now. The money is to be made right now. And I tend to agree. I think the big money is out there right now. And we're going to make some of it here in 2025, ladies and gentlemen, 2025. So with a heavy heart, I bring you the list of uranium stocks and some of the charts, and let's just look at almost everything, and let's look at the best and let's look at the worst. So let's take a look. Thank you once again for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you hit like, share, and subscribe on these videos. We appreciate it. It helps the algorithm and helps things go here. As you can see, the uranium spot price is in the lower 70s, 72, 73. We're fluctuating in that area, whereas the long-term contract prices are in the lower 80s, and that's what we're more concerned about, is the 80s, 85 for the long-term contract prices. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time joining us, we use a simple moving average. We use if you see the black right here, the black, which is the 13-day moving average, which looks like it's leveling off on Global X Uranium, URA, the ETF. And we use the 48-day, which is the red right here. And we use the 200-day, which is the purple right here. When the 50-day crosses, as it's crossed over here, you know, some people call it 48 days, a golden cross or what have you, or a death cross. You use whatever term you want to use, right? When this 13-day, this black line crosses over that 48-day, which looks like we're headed in that direction, it's a short-term buying opportunity. Looks like we're getting ready to turn up. Looks like we're bottoming out right here. That's the URA. The URA was above the 200-day moving average. But when you look at the Sprott Junior Uranium miners, you see they're a little weaker, I would say. They are turning up, and we are looks like the 48-day. We're below that all-important 200-day though right now. So we'll see how it goes. We still have work to put in with some of the ETFs. The Sprott uranium miners, Uranium, similar to the juniors, below the 200-day moving average. They still have some work to do, but it looks like we may be turning up. This is an early warning sign. When you look at our leader, when you look at the individual stocks, Chemico, CCJ, it's perfect test of the 200-day moving average, and it looks like we're headed up. We should be headed up to all-time highs this year with Chemico. When you look at Energy Fuels, UU, it's over. It's struggling, not really over. It's right battling right now. It's 200-day moving average. And it looks like it wants to turn up, and these stocks want to go higher, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, UEC, Uranium Energy Corp, is showing strength. It's above its 200-day. It's above its 50-day. It's 48-day rather. It's showing strength, ladies and gentlemen. It's showing a lot of strength, and we believe it will be one of the leaders going in this cycle. It's going to be one of the leaders. UEC. Once again, hit like, share, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. This is my third uranium bull market with Denison Mines. No, that doesn't mean I'm an expert. That just means I'm old. But anyway, Denison usually finds its way. It's got good projects. You know, it usually has good management. It's got the resources it needs, the money. Denison finds its way. Right now, it's just above its 200-day moving average. And look for Denison to do very, very well this year. I believe Denison will close this year much above the $2.03 that it is right now. I did, for you that haven't heard the story, in the 04 to 07 uranium bull market that I traded, Denison was a 13 spot for me. It was a teenager when I sold it. Now, it went up higher than that. But when I sold it, I dropped it off. I dropped her off at home 13 hour. Well, 1 o'clock in the morning at the ball, huh? Denison seems to be there, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the uranium squeezupple is alive and well. Next Gen Energy, baby knockout NXE on the New York Stock Exchange there. It's trading above right now the all important 200-day moving average, and it's got some work to do, though. It's got some work to do. We expect Next Gen to be there when it's said and done. We gave $1 last call here on DPL Limited at USD, $1, maybe a year or so ago. We thought it would come down a couple times. When we give those last calls, we think maybe once or twice more it'll come down under $1. But then once it goes over $1, that maybe that third time, that fourth time, it's going to stay above $1. And that's where DPLO is right now. It's been up above a couple times, and we expected this year DPLO to go up $1 plus USD. We named it a generational stock just a couple years ago, and right now DPLO is struggling to get above its 200-day moving average or so to give it some strength. We may have it this week, next week, next month or so, but DPLO is one of those stocks that you'd really want to keep your eye on. When you look at ISO Energy, ladies and gentlemen, it still has work to be done. It's up above its 48-day moving average, but it has work to do. It looks like it's turning up, and we'll keep our eyes and ears on it, and hopefully we'll get a 1348 crossover here, which will be a short to mid-term buy signal, and we can take off this year, 2025. Original baby knockout Western Uranium and Vanadium, led by one George Glazier, the CEO. Of course, he was in charge of Energy Fuels in the 04 to 07 uranium bull market. And actually, Energy Fuels is a different company now, but he was the head of that company when it went over $240. So he's a proven commodity here. We love George. We love talking to him. We think he's a true champion right now. But Western Uranium and Vanadium right now has been coming down. Don't count George out. George said, "He ain't gonna help me build it. I'll build it myself." You know, this is a true entrepreneur when it comes to uranium. He's a true champion, and Western Uranium and Vanadium will be there when the bell rings. They'll be there, believe me. What about America's latest producer, Peninsula Energy Limited? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it did a reverse split. It's just getting on its footing and getting into production right now. We'll see how it goes. We'll keep an eye on it. When you look at Mega Uranium is just wants to get over that hump, wants to get over that 200-day moving average. It's just straddling it right now, and we'll see if it can pop out in due time. I'm sure it will with some of the other stocks. Baseload Energy, way below its 200-day moving average. It's struggling just to stay above water there. Well, Baseload is in bad shape. What about baby knockout Sky Harbor Resources? Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit like, share with these videos. Make sure you hit the button so you know that you'll be able to be contacted. As soon as one of these videos come out, you'll be updated on these uranium trade. Definitely this year, 2025, because we think uranium is going to be hot. But Sky Harbor, it is struggling to get over its 200-day moving average right now, but it's headed in the right direction. And we'll just keep an eye on Sky Harbor for the next few weeks or so. Baby knockout Project Generator Original. Lightbridge, ladies and gentlemen, is looking really, really good. And once again, I'm all over the map, no particular order. I have some developers, I have some producers for you, I have some explorers for you, I have the fuel. I'm all over the map, guys. Lightbridge is The chart looks really, really good. It's above its key moving averages, and we expect Lightbridge to do really, really well this cycle. Look at UROY, ladies and gentlemen. Uranium Royalty Corp. It's headed up. Looks like we're headed on up. Moving on up. It's over the key averages, and let's keep an eye on UROY. Pump the brakes, man. Pump the brakes. The Sprott Physical Uranium Trust is trading below its 200-day moving average. It's trading below its 50-day. What's going on with the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust? It's not keeping up with what's going on in the or is it keeping up? We'll have to wait and see. What about Anfield Energy? They're still lingering. They were bought by who was that? ISO Energy. Someone bought them. Now I believe Marinati and UEC, they're going to make a move on them one day, but they're still lingering down. They have a mill. They've got some action, a little bit of action there, but it's going to take a while, and it's taken a while, and they should be closing in on some permits and stuff, and we'll see how it goes. We'll just keep an eye on them. Ladies and gentlemen, as we look at the charts, a lot of these stocks will not get into production, so you have to be mindful of that. And some of these are, penny dreadfuls that are in the weeds and everything, but you'll have to just make up your own mind on some of these. Strathmore Plus has been it's been low for a while. It's been going down. If you look at longer term charts, 12 cents right now. It's not something you want to. Well, I can't say buy, sell, or hold anything, but it's something that you want to take a double take when you look at it. Most of you guys know my background is in real estate, and I've been I'm kind of biased toward those companies with a lot of real estate. This is Anfield Energy. It has a lot of real estate in the Athabasca Basin. They're up in northern Saskatchewan in Canada, up there. The most prolific uranium area in the world, high grades, and real estate and land ownership. And ever since I was involved with a deal, and we got beat out in Palm Springs, California, by an organization that you may be familiar with. What's this, about 30 years ago? We lost a deal to an organization called the Trump Organization. Has anybody ever heard of the Trump Organization? Well, they were big in real estate. They're real big, and we had a deal that we were trying to get, and they were trying to get, and they ended up getting it. Very, very aggressive people. But it neither here nor there. Anfield Energy is trading now right on top of its 200-day moving average. They have a lot of real estate, and they have a chance. So when you talk about these penny dreadfuls, they have that compensating factor. They own a lot of land. A lot. So take it for what it's worth. We're going to look at our SMR stocks also, a small modular reactor stock. But look at Boss Energy, ladies and gentlemen. It's trading well below its 200-day moving average. But the Boss it looks like it's trying to make a little move here. As you know, the coup over in Africa, this thing went way, way down several times, a couple times here in the last few years. But now Boss looks like it's wants to turn up. The Boss wants to turn up. We'll stay in Africa once again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm all over the map. Elevate Uranium looks like it's well below its 200-day moving average, and it's very volatile right now, as is most of our African uranium super trade stocks are very volatile right now. Staying in Africa, Lotus Resources has A couple large deposits that may loom big and may do well for them in the months and years to come. So we will keep our eye on the African uranium supertrade original Lotus Resources, trading down well below its 200-day moving average. It's crossed over though. It wants to go up a little, and it probably will go up in sympathy with the 2025 uranium bull market. Big money is moving into the small modular reactor space. As you can see, NewScale has done very, very well. Bill Gates' company. They've done very, very well. They've gotten their permits that they need. They're going to be one of the leaders within the small modular reactor space. What about nano nuclear energy in that small modular reactor space? Ladies and gentlemen, one thing SMRs are going to need is they're going to need uranium. You got to have that fuel. So they won't need as much, and depending on the size, is the amount they will need. But remember, hundreds countries have said, we're going to, there's hundreds and hundreds of these that they say they're going to build. So with the supply problem, the imbalance, supply-demand imbalance in uranium, somehow the supply, you're going to have to get some uranium somewhere. We'll see. Like I said, this and many of the stocks have just gone parabolic here. It's broken way out. It's in the 20s and now it's in the 40s. Just a few weeks later, this thing is breaking out. Oklo, also in that SMR space, has really crossed over and done really well. It's gained quite a bit. It was in its 20s and it's in its 40s now. So it's done very well. A lot of these SMR companies, these small modular reactor companies, are losing a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen. They're not doing what you would think they're doing. People are basing this on the potential of one day these companies being really big, and they do have a lot of potential, as we know, but they will all need uranium. So we're in the right area, ladies and gentlemen. Oklo is just another one of those companies. Other stocks like Vistra Corporation, VST, these stocks are up way above their 200-day moving average, and the leaders are doing that. They're leading right now, and the penny, I guess, dreadfuls or whatever you want to call them, they're really biting the dust right now. But the leaders are leading. Who else has some quality that we may have missed out on? What about CanAlaska uranium? Let's look at the chart, the Canadian chart here. CanAlaska has turned up also. It's above its 200-day moving average. It's 13-day, 48-day. It's turned up, and we've got a short-term to mid-term buy signal right now on CanAlaska, looking good. Another little explorer we'll have to keep our eye on is Myriad Uranium. What can you say about it? These stocks that are not making any money, they don't really have prospects down the road. A lot of they say they do, but uranium is tough, man, and mining in general is tough. And you need a lot of luck out there. You need the resources. You need to get a hold of the people. It is tough. Uranium mining and all mining is very tough. And a lot of these companies won't make it. I'll leave a video for you up here, and I'll tell you some of those companies that I pretty much know that are going to zero. As you know, I've architect the zero graveyard, and a lot of these stocks in our sectors that I believe are going to the zero graveyard. I'll be honest with you, and I'll tell you straight up, they're going to zero. But some of these are not, and some of them are. But I'll leave the video for you right here, and you can binge out on some of the videos here in a few. Speaking of stocks that haven't gone anywhere, GoVX Uranium has been under its 200-day moving average. It's one of the stocks that's really done poorly. Coups, over in Africa, the changes in governments and what have you, has really messed our African uranium super trade up. Wow, in this extensive list, F3 Uranium, ladies and gentlemen, trading below its 200-day moving average, and it's down in the gutter here. We will keep an eye on it, and we'll see if it rises up in 2025 in sympathy with the rest of our uranium stocks. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, a long list of uranium stocks and the charts, and you can see for yourself which ones you like and which ones you don't like. Once again, there's more information on Marijuana Day, Vanadium Year tomorrow. Companies getting early, hold, and grow rich. There's more information. The big money in uranium, we believe, is 2025, 2026. How to invest in uranium now. There are stocks in here, baby knockouts in here, ladies and gentlemen, that you can have on your own. Once again, the AI Navy baby knockout on pullbacks. We're accumulating because the underwater warfare right now is evolving, ladies and gentlemen. Things are happening right now that we don't know about, involving the Navy and the different navies out there. Under the Chinese think they rule the submarine. No, we rule the United States. Well, we'll talk about that on another show. But also the Air Force baby knockout, the AI baby knockout. On pullbacks, we're accumulating that also. Also, our rare earths. Once again, China has said no mas to rare earths. Also, rare earths. Russia has said no mas rare earths, no more cheap uranium, all that stuff. Things are happening, ladies and gentlemen. Things are happening. We want to put tariffs on these companies. We want to do this. We want to do that. These are a commodity super cycle, super bull market right now is just right there. It's right there for the. It didn't start yesterday or the day. It's on right now. The commodities super cycle, super bull market is starting right now. So you definitely want to be aware of what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, it's been a heavy-hearted day, heavy-hearted week. Thank you guys for your kind words. Make sure you take a look at your Baby Knockout newsletter. If you don't hear from me for a few days, you understand why. You never expect anyone to pass away, let alone a family member, a child of yours. So it's just one of those days, one of those weeks. And this is therapy for me also, you guys, talking to you. It takes me away from thinking of the good times we had, the ball games, everything you had with your family and with your son. So he's only 42 years young. Wow. Love you. God bless you. Take care of you and your family. Kiss your kids, and tell the family members how much you love them. Take care.